Devon Cone. She is a senior advocate for women and girls at Refugees International and joins us live from Denver, Colorado. Devon, just talk us through the humanitarian situation on the ground at the border. What are you hearing?
Well, the humanitarian situation is very difficult because there have been people there, on the Mexican side of the border for a long period of time. They have mixed information that they're getting. Like your previous reporter said, there's confusion. And from what we understand, there's at least 55,000 asylum seekers in towns across Mexico on the Mexican side of the border. So there's a real humanitarian situation that was already brewing, and now with these new regulations and the kind of different regulations and this Title 42 expiring, there's going to be more problems to come.
And Devon, just talk us through the situation with these people traffickers and smugglers. Bottom line is they don't care unless they get their dollars, and they're spreading misinformation. Is that what you're picking up?
Well, yes, they're certainly spreading misinformation, but also there's confusion within communication from the U.S. government to these migrants and asylum seekers. So, as your previous reporter said, there's desperation. These people are desperate. They've already made the trip. They're not going to go back to the countries where they fled from, and so the policies of the U.S. have to adapt, and they can adapt. And we can have better policies to manage this, but that's not really what's happening at the moment.
And we've heard President Biden is moving some 1,500 service personnel down to the border to beef up security there. What's likely to happen in coming weeks as the numbers just keep growing?
Well, what's likely to happen is that people are likely to be expelled, and like this regulation, this new regulation that they're abiding by, says that if they're expelled, they won't be able to seek asylum in the future for at least 5 years. So that's one of the things that we're hearing and that we're concerned about, because people have a right to seek asylum in the United States. That's according to U.S. law, that's according to international law, and that's not what's happening at the moment.
And just tell us about the situation on the Mexican side. Is there any support network for people? Are there NGOs or charities operating there? Is there any help for these people?
There certainly is some help for people, but on the other hand, they're really at risk. They're at high risk of a lot of things, of kidnappings, of torture, of extortion. There's a lot of issues that they face, even if they are getting some humanitarian assistance from NGOs and other organizations. But also, we know that the Mexican authorities do not have the capability to host these people and host them in a dignified way. So there's really problems on both sides of the border.
How frustrating is it from your perspective that this is constantly a political football, for want of a better phrase, between Republicans and Democrats, and nobody seems to really care about resolving it? It's all about headline making.
Well, it's incredibly frustrating because at the end of the day, this political football results in real problems for these people that are in need of safety, that deserve safety, and that deserve safety from the U.S. The U.S. has laws to provide asylum, and so it's really, really frustrating that we keep going over this over and over again. We keep having these conversations. No one seems to take responsibility, and this is something that we can manage. Other countries manage this kind of situation. They manage asylum seekers, large numbers of asylum seekers, and we, the United States, should, of all places, be able to do this, and we can do this and manage it well and manage it in a dignified way, but we just have made it a political issue that seems to be an unending issue that we can't seem to solve, but it is possible.
Devon Cone from Refugees International, thank you for your insight. Thank you.